Hi, I'm Xavier Rodriguez. I'm a United States District Judge in the Western District of Texas, and I've had the pleasure of serving on the State Bar of Texas AI Task Force. In this segment, I'll be sharing a judicial perspective on the role of artificial intelligence in litigation, from its potential to help streamline complex cases to the serious limitations that legal professionals must understand. We'll look at where AI can support efficiency in the courtroom and where it must not replace human judgment. Let's get started. Frankly, all our cases are becoming larger just because the volume of data that we have to deal with now in any type of case just seems to be growing. Whether it's audio data, video data, collaborative platforms like Slack and Teams, not to mention text messages, the data just seems to be growing in all cases. In the super mega cases, of course, there's just no way to get through that kind of data in any kind of reasonable amount of time, much less any kind of reasonable amount of expense. So if we're talking about any kind of big case, we really are going to need to start turning to technology where AI tools can assist us. Where I'm hoping this may take us is for early case assessment. We can now start taking some of what data is readily available to us, the low-hanging fruit that we're quickly going to be able to pick on, not necessarily in responses to requests for production. I'm talking about just gathering internally for your own case evaluation purposes, some data that you can get readily your hands on. Feed that to an AI tool. Ask it to, 1, do a chronology of events. 2, summarize the data that it has before it. 3, identify the key players in the litigation so far as we know them to be. All those kind of early case assessments will take us a long way now and hopefully pinpointing for us where else do we need to start searching for data? Which custodians do we need to interview? All that can be, I think, stage 1. And we're not even worried about any kind of errors. We might be worried about internal errors, but again, we're not talking about production to a third party, to your opposing counsel, to a government entity for a governmental investigation, or production to a court. This is all internal. Another thing we may want to consider, we might want to start looking at e-discovery tools. Many of you watching this are already familiar with a lot of the e-discovery tools that we've used traditional Boolean searches for to find data. The trouble is with Boolean searches, though, is it could be under-inclusive, it could be over-inclusive, and you could be missing data. Where I think we're heading very quickly here is that e-discovery tools embedded with AI capabilities will now, you will, instead of using Boolean searches, which have those problems I just talked about, you will type a prompt in just like you would do any kind of AI prompt, and you would ask the AI tool to find for you all the responsive documents the seat set is indicating, and you could either get the request for production from the other side, or you could develop your own request for productions anticipating what the other side's going to look for, and now it'll automatically start gathering those documents. Third possibility, for actual discovery production, you get the request for production on the other side, you feed that as a prompt, it identifies the responsive documents. It may take over first level review, and then we still now have second level review of a real person, an associate or senior counsel, reviewing the documents to ensure that nothing privileged is being produced, that responsive documents are being produced, and then somehow satisfy ourselves that the AI tool has done a reasonable production. I concede that's a work in progress. Again, I'm Xavier Rodriguez, and thank you.